Hello my art friends! In today's video I'll visit the civic museums at Palazzo Mazzolari Mosca. I'll talk about a common mistake, a small imperfection in my artwork, something that sometimes makes me feel a bit unprofessional and a little embarrassed. We will also take a look at a local painter's studio and we will see how he approaches the problem of signing art. This chair was supposed to be mine, but of course my cat has claimed it for herself. Up here on the wall is a painting I made about 10 years ago, painted in plein air. Every time I walk past my gallery wall and look at it, I feel slightly uncomfortable. It's a painting that has real value for me, and it was well received by my audience in online art galleries. I even have postcards printed to give as gifts to people who buy my art. And yet, the artist's signature ruins its value. Why? And I'm not talking about the graphic style of the signature. I always sign using both my surname and my artistic pseudonym Ricci. The time has come to correct this imperfection, this mistake. To do so, I'll use retouch varnish so that the new paint I apply will properly adhere to the surface. For the best result, it's important also to create tiny micro cracks, and for that I'll use a small knife. Once the surface is ready and the incorrect signature is erased, I'll use colors that belong to the original palette of the painting to complete the job. First of all, I must say the signature was painted using very bright colors. Instead of letting the viewer's eye wander and get lost in the painting itself, the eye is involuntarily drawn straight to the signature. Second, it's placed too close to the right edge. If the painting had a frame, the signature would have been partially covered. The third reason, I'll talk about that at the end. And now I'll proceed by applying a signature done by the rules, discreet, not eye-catching, and placed at a safe distance from the edges. This is also important because I've had paintings sent for the print sales before, and their internal rules didn't allow cropping when a signature was placed too close to the border. Now it feels much better. This artwork also bears a signature on the reverse. Recently I visited the museum in my city Pesaro, trying to find answers to my own questions by observing the old masters. The civic museums here preserve a prestigious collection of ancient art. By the way, this portrait was painted by Rubens. It was founded in the 19th century thanks to noble bequests from Marchioness Vittoria Mosca. Over time, she built a remarkable personal collection mainly consisting of paintings. Here you can find important works by Guido Reni, Giovanni Bellini, Tintoretto, Cantarini, and others. I have to say that in modern times almost all the secrets of art have been revealed. The techniques of the old masters are accessible to anyone who truly wants to learn them. By closely observing the paintings, I noticed something very interesting. None of the old masters placed their signature on the front of the painting. I assume they were signed on the back. So not signing the front of a painting is definitely not a modern invention. It's actually a return to the tradition of the old masters. Now I'm heading to the studio of the painter Giuseppe Adragna to take a closer look at how he signs his works.
Gente umile aveva qualche quadro, specialmente nella sala da pranzo, sopra il divano grande c'era un bel quadro lungo e via dicendo. Però un quadro non poteva costare meno di 300, 400, 500 mila lire, va bene? Oggi diciamo 200-300 euro. Adesso uno che volesse arredare una sala con quadri veri fatti a mano, ma tanto minimo devi calcolare 200-300 euro per un quadro medio e un po' di più per un quadro grande. Questo? Anche questo, vediamo un po', la firma, dov'è 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 la firma, cacchio, ma in questo non c'è la firma, guarda, scopro adesso che non c'è la firma in questo quadro. Ho fatto un sacco di cose belle, a te uomo, rivolta all'uomo, no? Guarda, già i colori sono bellissimi, poi ho riempito lo spazio con tanto di quelle cose che tu dovresti gioire solo a guardarli, in più.
He has a beautiful way of hiding his signature within the details of the painting.
Confusa, ma si vede. No.
Or sometimes he doesn't care much about how he signs at all, leaving it visible in the foreground. He is one of those painters who do not follow rules, because breaking them is part of their personality. So, the third rule I've deducted from all of this is it's often a good idea not to sign the front of a painting at all. Just sign it on the back. My perfectionism pushed me to explore this deeply, and I've shared here what I learned. Thank you for your time. I hope these reflections are useful.